Yeah,
But once again, we are live, back in full effect for another episode of the APF podcast, episode 95. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system once again, aka the coach.
and it's your boy going forward. I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday before the weekend, Super Bowl weekend. Let's get it on, man.
Now, I mean, we already went through it last week. We already talked about who's gonna win, and then well, not we ain't really thinking say no losers, but basically we kind of did in a sense. But we already said that. Now what I seen on TV kind of intrigued me, and what first he was talking about is the great, basically what who is Brady the greatest winner. Now I was like, let me switch it up. Who is the greatest winner in sports? Now I mean, there Floyd Mayweather, he's up there. He hasn't been ever since he stepped foot in boxing. He ain't lost. Uh, Michael Jordan, he's undefeated. Bill Russell, he got 11 of them on his plate. Brady, he could get his seventh. So it's there's a and then who else? Well, Tiger
Um,
Woods at one point was the most dominant golfer from when he stepped into all the way to 2013. And then who do you think is like your number? Do you have a number one on who is the greatest winner in sports?
well, for me, I think the greatest winner of sports, to me, it is Tom Brady. Tom Brady, I think, is the greatest winner of sports. Um, just because of his dominance. I think people do forget like Serena Williams. Like remember Serena Williams for about a decade, pretty much won almost every Grand Slam tournament or was always in the finals. So you could also put her there. Um, you know,
Oh yeah, the Rafael Nadal,
yeah, like
Novak
most of these tennis
Djokovic,
players are pretty
those
much
dudes.
that. But the reason why I would say Serena over all those other guys because those other guys all beat each other, and Serena like completely dominated her era, just kind of like Tiger Woods. So I think she's a little bit forgetful. For me, she'll probably be my second one because I don't think people are probably going to ever really say her name in terms of one of the greatest winners, especially since it's one of the few like one-on-one sports that people that are actually somewhat popular and that we know about, and she's like the best at it. But she'll be my number two. I think Michael Jordan's gonna be my number three. Um, just because, look, Tom Brady had they needed 6 game winning drives to win his Super Bowls. Michael Jordan, if you really look at every single championship he won, he never went to 7 games. Most of them were like 6 games, never like an easy series. Never like a 5 game series. I think much. Um, Also, Bill Russell, you gotta give Bill Russell his credit, his due. He
He
won 11.
dominated in the '60s and '70s.
Yeah, he did. It's not his fault. And it just showed how great he was compared to those players. He had Wilt Chamberlain and Elgin Baylor and Jerry West and Gail Goodrich, and they couldn't beat him. He continued to win every time. And, I think he was the first ever true greatest winner in sports. And he may still be, in my opinion, that. I think he's a better winner than Jordan because he won more than Jordan. So, but to me, I think I gave it Tom Brady. Football is sudden death. You have to play your best every game for 3 games. That's what makes Mahomes going to go if he wins on Sunday GOAT level um, rise that he could possibly become in the future because you have to win every game. You can't have like a game one and you can't have a game one in any of the other sports we know about where you can play bad and then have like 6 games to redo the mistake. If you do that in football, it's over. You know, and Tom Brady knows that. Tom Brady has 40 sudden death wins. No matter how you look at it, with if him having in a weak conference or really the weakest division for 20 years, it doesn't matter. He still went out there in the playoffs and beat 40 really good teams because in the playoffs, those are the best of the best. And I do put some effort and some cachet in. You are playing sudden death, and it's team sports, so you need a lot of things to go your way. And in the end, he did have to win the game for his team regardless. The drive that won the game, he always uh, went through with it. So I think Tom Brady for me is a great winner in sports.
I think I would think that would be him too. I mean, you look at it. He's been to 10 of them. He's won. He hasn't played his 10th, but he's already those ones that he already won. He was the one that set them up, that set up all his drives for success. And there isn't really much for me to say about that because you basically said all of it. But I think he also is like the greatest winner, even though Serena she has like what 23
Yeah,
world
23.
23 world titles on her belt. I mean, yeah, that is impressive, but it's like nobody. But I would like to say that no one is recognizes how hard. I mean, to her it's easy because she's been doing it since day one. But you know how hard it is at the age she is, at the level of competition she's playing against to try and get that one more. It's not easy, man. It's really not. And she lost to an upstart. She lost to an upstart, and look where she's at. You haven't heard from her. You haven't heard about her since. I haven't heard about her. Naomi Osaka. I haven't heard her name in a minute.
Well,
So
tennis has been kind of dormant for a while, though. I think they finished basically all their Grand Slams for about a year or so. So that's kind of how tennis is. You kind of forget about them for about a year, then they come back. That's generally how it is.
hmm, so
But for me,
um,
when you say the greatest winner of sports, I do put Serena there because she's had like a 15, 20-year career of just consistently winning. Like she won everything.
Tiger Woods is there too. I mean,
Yeah,
he
you can put Tiger Woods.
yeah.
He had like a 10-year run where it was pretty much, do you take Tiger or the field? Like I think he's had the most dominant um kind of winners winning of all these great winners, because in a sport like golf where uh
It
you
was
know
it was basically Tiger and then Phil Mickelson, but Phil Mickelson didn't have as many W's as Tiger Woods had.
well, there's a reason why, because Tiger Woods existed in his
Exactly.
era, so kept him there. Yeah, yeah, Tiger was a great winner. I mean, he had the Tiger Slam, right? Like he's the last guy ever to win all four major championships in golf at the same time, and he's up there because golf is a sport that's very finicky. You can never be as consistent as you ever want to be in golf. That's why you see a lot of old retired people, even young retired people play golf, because it's a game that you can always get better at, unlike basketball and football and other ones where I think there is a level you get to where you're pretty much everything. So yeah, Tiger's there, but man, Tom Brady, especially since he's always, you watch him pretty much every year. He's been to 10 of those things. And I think no matter how hard golf is, or basketball, or,
He could have
baseball.
potentially been to 14 with
Yeah.
Super Bowl because
Yeah.
he's been in 14 conference championships.
Yeah.
You,
Like,
so
you know, it's hard. It's just, I think the Super Bowl is the hardest thing in sports to get to. It's not hard to get in golf. You can get in golf all the time if you're good, but you can the NBA Finals. Is it hard? Not really. Every year, who's going to probably be in the finals. Tennis.
ask LeBron James is hard.
Yeah, tennis. Right? It's always Nadal, Federer, Djokovic, and it's usually Serena. And insert whoever you put in there, because it was basically Serena. But in football, you know, who thought that they would make 10 Super Bowls in 20 years? I mean, that's not supposed to happen, you know, in the modern day era of football. So yeah, Tom Brady's a great winner in sports, no question.
Yeah, I say the same thing. Look at it. It's not easy to get to 14 conference championships and win 10 out of them. That's 10 and 4. So
Yeah,
you can't really yeah, like I said, Serena, she got her 23, and
yeah,
and tennis is like a tennis and golf are one of the sports that require you and only you to rely on yourself and your own skill. So,
yeah.
so but Should the All Star game happen should All Star weekend happen this year? And I say it's really shouldn't because there's no what there what why is there's no the All Star experience. Nobody's gonna experience it other than the players and some in the media. It's not going to be as lit as how it was with the people there. And I mean, LeBron said it best. He says it's like kind of a slap in the face. He was told that it wasn't going to happen. Then all of a sudden, he was told that he was going to have like a 5 days off. And then it was told now that's all of a sudden going to happen. And what I think is the all. I mean, it's not. It don't really need. You don't really need to have it this year because it's kind of like an event for the fans, for the people, for the players to kind of get that break, and then for the fans to enjoy. But without the fans to enjoy, then how are you going to enjoy All Star Weekend?
Yeah. Do I think the All Star game should not be played? Obviously, I do. They told them they were not going to play it, but also the NBA want need their money recouped, so they made the executive decision to make it get played. I agree with LeBron that you know it shouldn't be played. They say it was going to be played, and he's not going to be really there mentally, but he will be there to play. Now, Stephen A. Smith, I watched him. I caught the end of their conversation about that report where he said maybe some players wanted it to be played as well. And fine, that's okay. Maybe they wanted it to be played, but everybody, no matter if they wanted it to be played, everybody thought they were going to get a 5 day rest, and now you don't get a 5 day rest. De'Aaron Fox said it's stupid. Obviously, I agree with him. It's money based. He did say if he was picked, he would probably go because the fine is really intense. Maybe intense
He's not.
enough for him.
You don't got to worry about that fine. He's not going to get picked.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true. But like, I don't know what they did with Jimmy Butler when he said like, "I'm not going to play," and he was still there. So I don't think they fined him. I don't
No,
know.
you didn't find him because he showed up. He just
Yeah,
didn't want to.
he just said he wouldn't play. So
Yeah,
maybe LeBron, maybe you can do that too. Show up and not play, but LeBron, it would be a big story. But yeah, it shouldn't be played. They said it wasn't gonna be played. You're barely gonna have any fans there. You're gonna play basically the same shitty arenas you've been playing it all year long with like a couple people. I heard a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 people. I heard maybe 15,000 will be in attendance. How many celebrities are going to be there? You're going to probably have the Atlanta celebrities come out. It's just I just think it's a bad thing. And also for Chris Paul to go, Chris Paul really did that. I mean, to go because it's him and Michelle Williams that are leading this charge, and for Chris Paul to not give any kind of uh look, what would you call it? Heads
like
up to LeBron.
like,
Yeah, LeBron and just the players in general is not a great look. So he's going to have a lot to answer for. Maybe tonight, maybe he's been asked a question about it already. And Michelle Williams needs to also answer because she's about to leave next year, and we need to figure out why this happened. Why are we having this All Star game when you were said not to? How much money is the All Star game supposed to give you? I know they're doing this probably because of the TNT, like you know they never really said like it wasn't going to happen. And I don't know. I'm sure maybe TNT told them like, "Hey, we need these games." Also, let's not forget they had to postpone some games this year. So, and we don't know when those games are going to get played either. Like some of these games have not been rescheduled yet. So maybe that's it. But it's strictly money based. You can't tell me there's that many players who really want All Star game. Like let's all be honest. There's about 50 players that are in the running, maybe 50, 55 for the All Star game. You tell me all them dudes, majority of them really want to go to a place in Atlanta for all of them who've been on different teams to play each other? Really? Like, is Steph Curry really that wanting to play that game? Maybe he does. Or LeBron or Kawhi Leonard. You think they'd rather not go spend time at home with their kids and their wives in the safety of their home for 5 days so they can get some, reprieve? I know I think it's a single day, right? A single day event.
it's a it, no, it was always like the Rising Stars game, then the All Star Saturday night, and then The All-Star game was Sunday.
Yeah, well, this is a single game. It's single this year. It's March 7th. It's just the skills in the game. There will be no Rising Stars game.
Damn. So all the first and second year players get a break, but not the All-Stars. That's
Yeah, so there's going to be 15, 25, 25, 30 guys. You're going to have to
so
play.
they're gonna do the all Saturday night, and then they're gonna have the game at the same day. That's interesting.
Yeah, they're going to I we'll see if they're going to I know they're going to have the All-Star game and all the dunk contests and all that same day. So yeah, it's going to be a really packed night of
I don't see why they can't have the Rising Stars game then.
If you're gonna have one court doing you're gonna try and do all the three competitions, you're gonna depend. I don't know. I know they're doing the slam dunk and 3-point at least. I know that. So I don't know about the skills challenge, but you're gonna do two. You're gonna do those two, the All-Star game and the Rising Stars game. How early would you have to start to really fit in all three? By around 7, 8 o'clock, most likely, because that's where you want the All-Star game to be played. So I don't know about that because basketball players don't like to play games that early, and especially even the 3-point and skills. So yeah,
it makes sense. It makes sense not to have it then.
Yeah, you've seen players hate the 12 o'clock, 12 noon. Would you want to play basketball at 12 noon, no matter where you are? Not really. So, whew, yeah, I get it, but will I watch it? I don't know. I mean, there's just no energy. It's just going to be what we've been watching, and now it doesn't even mean nothing to me. So, we'll see.
It's gonna be a completely different vibe than we have ever seen before. I will say that.
Yeah, it's gonna be different vibe. You're not gonna. There's just no energy. There's nobody saying ooh and on. It is what it is.
And then when somebody does a crazy dunk in the contest, there is no the whole arena isn't going to just jump up and just go crazy. It's not gonna. None of that's gonna happen. But
yeah.
Okay. See, so the StreamYard, they released the new what you call it? They released a new update that you can play videos, a video file from it opens up your file. Then you go to whatever video you want to show, and then you can just slap it on here. So what we have today is a very highly intense matchup between Jordan Lawley and Xavier Rathan Mays, the guy that scored 30 points in 4 minutes in a college game. Nobody's ever done that, and I'll say you're going to be in for a treat. This man is something else.
I just do it for fucking fun. Oh, my ball. It's my ball.
Whoa. Man, what is it with the jumping?
Is jumping for you?
No. I'm talking about these guys are jumping all the time.
I don't get it. They both keep biting on the fakes. For me, when I play against somebody, I don't jump. I don't jump.
Yeah. So this is that's all I was talking about. All the biting on the fakes. Once he fakes, man, you should be playing. Just play straight up. You guys want the same height. Two, they're going down.
We're going mid-post.
I'm jumping.
Ones with X. We got 5 games. Best of 5 games for mid-post. If I win, X has got to shave his head bald. I'm talking Bic, razor blade, whole thing, all of it. Although it'll probably be pretty quick. So that's what happens when I win. If he wins, then I'm going to eat the world's hottest chip. Brock, can you try me that? World's hottest chip. Hockey.
Oh no.
One chip
been through shaving my head. This
chip is so 2017 or whatever.
It's just an
we're gonna go. Ain't nobody do that. Ain't nobody do that stupid chip challenge.
Oh yeah, that chip challenge. Hell no. I like hot food, but I'm not doing that. I'm not going that hard.
Yeah, but that thing is so 4 years ago. That's the thing. I don't know why people keep doing that.
Oh yeah. It wasn't for. It was a long time ago.
You
Yeah,
guys
I
think we're
remember.
gonna get to 5 spots? Get
Yeah,
done with 5
it
spots?
was such a long
That's
time. I mean,
a
is there
huge
nothing
ask.
else
We
he
were gonna
could
do
do?
5
Yeah,
spots. We're gonna
give
go
me some
45
money or
degrees.
okay, I'll
That's
make
all.
your.
That's what everybody does. Everybody plays for money. What shit?
Opposite elbow, opposite
I'll
45
be like,
degrees.
yeah, I'll shave.
Or
Dribbles.
forfeit. Or
You say you want me to
Three
shave
wow.
my head.
This is an
If I love my hair, you
indication
want me to shave
on
your hair.
how
I'm
he's
gonna
gonna
say you
play.
need. If I
I'm
beat
excited. That
you,
means he doesn't
you
know
gonna
what
wear a
he's meant to do the
dress.
whole
That's what
game.
I'm gonna make you do.
Let's get it.
I
My
ain't
ball
make you
first,
do
because
no
I just
that
waxed
chipped
him
him
in the
too
warm
easy.
up.
Cause losing that dude's hair, he don't want to lose his hair like that. But that chip thing's
You see
only,
there's
you
3
know,
camera
that only
movements.
hurts you for a little
All
bit.
my clips released.
But
I
that,
don't
but the dress
Does he
one,
lie?
the dress one's gonna be hilarious. That's what I would want.
Post
shit.
brain surgery, I guess.
Yeah, I love the
Oh
embarrassing
shit, this
dude.
guy looks like Gordon Hayward. He really does. In the face, he looks
I mean,
like.
I never really thought of it until you said that shit. But that he do look like him though.
Yeah, his face, man, the face. It really. Oh, is that type of one?
Yeah, but these, I'm telling you, you watched the other, you watched the last one, bro. It was lit though, but they didn't do mid post.
This is those ones where all they do is jab step,
Yeah,
shoot,
that
yeah,
shit. But
jab step,
it
shoot,
is interesting though.
one dribble, two
Do not pull your
dribble.
hand back.
It's like a 3 dribble limit.
Yeah,
You gotta make that.
and I know why they do that one. I guess I know why they do it. Because I guess they.
It's like
Guess,
hoopers do this shit.
yeah, I know. I've seen like Kevin Durant and like I've seen the USA trials where they did this King of the Hill, a couple dribbles. Kevin Durant was just killing them. I was like, ooh, yeah.
How you smoke that? That's
Everyone gets him. Man, dude, man, that guy's always got his hand. His hand's never up. Man. Well, that was too. Oh, come on.
he's not trying. He's not trying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, get into it. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta try this every time. Seeing the J Law guy. Oh, it's that Lawley guy. He shaved his head before.
Yeah, the guy who's playing defense beat him and made him got him to shave his head.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why
This SRM guy, he needs to put his hands up more, please. I mean, three dribbles. He can basically go nowhere really.
You pushed me.
And you're
Threw me completely off balance.
like your hands are either swiping or never up. I mean, oof, you're gonna lose this one unless he actually puts his hands up. That's what I want. He's gonna rip through again.
that's an easy foul every time.
See, look at this. He's just missing. He just ripped through and he didn't put his hands up at all. Because he's okay. Oh,
You gotta make that. You gotta make that. No defense like that. You gotta make that. Okay, see?
Oh God. Oh my God. Because he's been getting with them flybys. He just jumped up. I don't know why you jumping. Every time jumping. Let's rip through again. Nope. Oh my God. See, he's winning. He should be up like 7-0 with the 0 contest I've seen. Oh, got him.
Oh,
Nice.
why? Just why?
I know. He's
Okay. You had to see the ball go in. Shit.
ooh, that's a good contest.
I mean, he didn't create much space, so
Ooh.
he got moving, and he missed. He got moving.
You guys gotta make those shots, man.
Ooh,
That's the difference between really good regular hoopers and really good players. They make all the easy shots. Those are easy shots. Not this one, but those shots when you get them there, there's nobody in
okay,
your
so
face.
look, once again, bro. What the heck? Whoa! We gotta see.
He probably got hurt. He
No,
kind of tripped. You see his foot tripping?
Okay, see. Okay, see, and then
Yeah.
his foot. Yeah, see, yeah, his foot. His foot.
Yeah.
His foot.
It doesn't look like he moved it, but I think it
No,
was just kind of there.
it kind of. Yeah, it's just kind of
It
there.
just it just ended up right there, so it tripped him. But stop going for them fakes, man. It just irks me. That's bad defense.
Why are
That's
we
bad.
going over this like you didn't? Like you didn't? You tripped him. Your foot was right there.
I mean, unless they Michael Jordan, I don't know why you going for any of them things.
No.
I was pivoting. I was a lift fake. There was nothing before that that stopped the play. I stopped because they spun and you were on the floor.
Oh, God.
Yeah, man. That's just easy. That's just easy every time.
Got him on his back every shot. Man, he's got that big bag. Oh, oh. See, now
Damn.
that's what I'm talking about. Man. Oh, got him.
Exactly.
Got him moving one way. Oh. Wow.
I don't even know what that was. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but it got whatever
But
he
it
wanted.
worked. But it worked though.
Yeah. It's kind of like he kind of, I don't know what he thought. Wow. He looked like that boy looked like Nikolai.
Damn, what's going on? Shit. Oh shit. Ooh, if he made that.
Oh, he turned it.
He did that move. Oh shit, bro.
Ah.
Man,
Physical. That was quick.
five zips in like that. That's every time. No hand up.
Yep. Oh my God.
That's every look.
I know why you can't put no hand up, I guess, but it is like,
Damn.
I mean, I guess he's too close. Well, he didn't put his hand up either for the whip through.
What was that?
That's not my
Hey, what is that? You tried to initiate. You tried to initiate. I stood there and you tried to go one leg, bro. I haven't said nothing. Jay, you tried to initiate the whole thing.
I don't.
I just stood there.
I don't know.
Too easy.
Oh, got him. Ooh. Ooh.
You landed. I was not there, X. I was not
Hold
there.
on. We gotta look at that. We gotta look at that again. What? He wasn't there. Ah man, but that's the thing. The camera didn't catch it. When I see, but he was like, he wasn't really there.
Space to land.
I was not there. Feet hit ground. I got out of the way. Your elbow came down on my shoulder.
He gave up on that. He gave up on the spin.
Yep.
He didn't put his hand up. Oop. Turnover like that.
Swiping it.
I mean, that was all ball. That was,
Yes.
damn. He's not making that. Got him again with that. See?
And he really gives up a lot on defense on these. See, now that's a contest. I mean, look how many times he's had that. Well,
That's four.
Well,
That's
yeah.
4 dribbles. That was 4 dribbles. That was 4 dribbles, fam.
You should be doing this in actual 1v1, not these spot 1v1s that they have 3 dribbles, man.
What the hell was that?
He just give him the ball.
I guess he just gave him the ball then.
As handsy as I get, that's for sure.
Yeah, he can't go anywhere.
Through it.
3 dribbles, he had nowhere to go, no space.
Oh, got him. Tell it. Come on, man. A big body. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. How you?
Every time, man. Every time. Just, he really good job. He really, I mean, he did 2 fakes. Look at that. Look at that. Why you lie? You get 2 fakes and then you finally jump. What is that? So, man, Charles Barkley be hella mad right now.
Oh man,
That's horrible defense. The guy has done 2 pump fakes. He's pump faking. Just stay down. Just stay down.
Oh, you about to fall for
He
that.
almost tried again. See that? He was about to do it again. Oh. He keeps getting the ball. Huh?
Oh. He gave up.
Well, he beat him to the spot, and his arm was in the way. So there was nothing he can do though.
Bro,
How can you pump fake? How can you take the fake from that far away? I mean, come on. You don't take a pump fake from that far away. Look at this.
Because he doesn't.
If he wanted,
he's biting on it the whole time.
If he wanted to, he could have just been a little bit freaky with the ball and gone past him and get a layup or something.
Oh no! I was like, back to the pump fake from back there and still got off, still made that. Luckily,
yeah. Oh God.
Hand down, man down. That's all ball. That's all ball, man. Yeah. Yeah. Talk that shit.
It doesn't matter. You still can't hack across. I brought that ball outside my frame.
And I hit the ball.
You hit my
Yeah,
ball.
I like it.
No, I haven't said nothing the whole game.
Stop.
I haven't said shit to you.
Because there's nothing to say.
That is true. He ain't really say much.
And bust your ass and not talk. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Give him the ball.
It's my ball.
My ball.
It's my ball.
I'm not getting the ball.
He testing him gangster.
Watch out. You know how many times I went down there and didn't fucking call?
Because I didn't foul you.
Shit out of me? Come on, man.
He testing his gangster, man. That's tough.
Double
He ain't
standard.
playing. Come here and get these points. Come on,
You
you're about to get destroyed. Get over there talking. Huh?
Got you.
Ooh! Got him. Oh man, you're hard.
Ooh, got you again.
Hard. It's hard.
Ain't no fucking clips. Don't hold no clips back. Show that shit. Show all that shit.
Oh man, this is what happens when we talk shit.
I'm the one who does it for fun. Apparently, I got into him. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit.
Me, don't hold that shit back.
Well,
I'll
man,
take the
my
camera
word.
and do it myself. I'll do all the clips myself. And make sure you show him winning the first spot too.
Can't really say much. You won.
Let's
That was
see.
part of the bet. When we say and Sichuan peppercorn, this chip
Oh man.
Oh no, hold on.
scorpion pepper and Sichuan peppercorn.
That guy don't play
This chip
around.
was created for
Is he
the
that guy?
pleasure of intense heat and
He didn't. When he started talking shit, he was like, okay, I'm about to fuck your ass up.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh, it's coming. I see his face is getting red. Oh my god.
Bearable. The thing is very stale. When you swallow it.
You supposed nothing?
Hey man, some people built like that.
I feel like my tongue is like swollen.
Either he's built like that or he's capping.
Oh, there you always cap it. Everything's hot, man. You know everything's hot. I don't feel the heat. Oh yeah, I feel the heat. It just isn't enough to bother me.
Dorito champ. You're sick.
That's the thing, you know.
Just on my
Like,
tongue.
look, there's a lot of hot foods in this world you eat, and they just don't bother you that much. But they hot, man. Okay, that salsa, that Dorito salsa, that's hot. It's hot. Don't let it fool you. It just doesn't bother you that much. You know, people say I eat hot food all the time. Well, yeah, it's hot. It doesn't bother you that much, obviously.
If there's no reaction, I get to do something.
No.
He said
I'm
no.
putting myself through pain right now.
He said no.
But
But
I enjoy
what
hot stuff.
else do you want to do? You already whooped his ass already.
I told you, man. Make that man take a drip. What you gonna do?
When
Oh,
I-
you want to throw
when
one in
I
his
was on the
face?
first
No, he's not. No, he's gonna throw milk on him.
game, I ended up
Milk is.
Bruh, I would have been pissed.
That's what you get.
You dump milk on my floor. and you don't clean that, we got to run the we got to run we got to run back to
like the
ones. Man.
loss I like right there.
I'm like we got to run back to ones, man, because
Man,
that's
he just why he should have just let him pour on him. See, I would have made him just drink, just wear a dress or something. That better, I don't know about this chip thing. A lot of these people be tanking this chip now. This chip been out for a while now. The human beings may be used to chip now.
because he was capping on that. He probably put a fake chip on there. I don't know.
Well, the guys did say like his face was getting swollen. I think he ate the chip. I just think he did a very good job of tanking, as we call it in anime, tanking that heat. Because that chip's hot. But yeah, I've seen people eat the chip and it's hot, but it doesn't like super bother them or anything. Because maybe they eat hot stuff like that. Like he said, his tongue was getting swollen. So no, he just tanked that damage. He just tanked it. That's how it is. You eat a lot of things. Like I can't. Y'all be taking that grapefruit. Y'all know that grapefruit's.
The grapefruit is healthy.
Bitter
Not
as
only
hell.
is grapefruit healthy, but it's not really that bad.
Yeah, but to me it's horrendous, and I can't take that nastiness. But y'all sure can. So that's good for you guys.
Because we build different. You're not built like that.
Look, I'm like my boy Matthew Jr. used to say for himself. He's built by Taco Bell, but you guys are built.
Die from Taco Bell shit.
Well, he'd be fine. He's playing football. I don't think he eats Taco Bell only, but I will say he probably ate it like all of us did, young, and you stopped eating it. Like LeBron James probably ate nasty as heck in high school and was the number one pick. Like every teenager does. All these people eat nasty when you're young because you're 18 years old. You can eat whatever you want. Once you get older, you gotta change up, or you won't last very long. You may end up like some other guys like Andrew Bynum, who didn't help himself by eating that much.
That boy flopped out the league, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. He had like the 2 championships, and then just went down.
All-Star year in 2012, and then after that went to the Cavs, and then went to the Sixers, and that was it.
Yeah, him and Roy Hibbert. Remember, Roy Hibbert was like,
Roy Hibbert was all-star.
Yeah, he was like a defensive player of the year type of player who was like a offensive somewhat threat and was a big reason of why it was LeBron and the Heat went to like 7 games with them, and teams were like, let's get ourselves like this Roy Hibbert, especially in the East because LeBron's still there to impact LeBron, and then he like went right down the drain. And there's a lot of reasons why I do think he went down the drain, in terms of why he was never that good, but also the game did pass him up. Right after that year, you had the Warriors who start shooting a bunch of threes, teams start shooting a bunch of threes, and bigs like him kind of became obsolete because the shooting. So yeah, those 2 guys were those 1-hit wonders or 2-hit wonders, and they just kind of went away from the league. But hey, man, that XRM guy. Back to that one-on-one. The worst thing I saw was everybody was saying these pump fakes. I don't know why they were all these pump
It was
fakes.
the most annoying thing I was seeing the whole time.
Yeah.
Why are you biting on these fakes?
I know, and the funny thing was like every time they bit, their hands were down. They were doing some weird pose. Like, I'm like, why you guys like? Why is your knee up in the air, and your other leg's kind of straight, and your hands are down? You're not even gonna do it like most people do, which is your hands up a little bit. Y'all just go straight like that. That XRM guy is also a better player, though. I thought he had more moves than Lawley. I thought Lawley kind of did the same thing.
Yeah, he kind of did, and then because XRM he plays in I think he played in the G League.
Oh, okay.
I think he's still there. Actually, let me see.
Well, he was in the G League. He would be in the bubble right now.
I mean, he's from Canada.
Oh, okay.
And
So
he's on the Westchester Knicks.
Depends if the Knicks sent their team to the G League, though. I have no idea. You would have to look it up, though, because the G League is starting. But yeah, I mean, then J Law. There's a reason why he's a G League player. G League players are really good, compared to like the normal Jordan Lawleys and all these guys. remember, like I remember T-Jazz, I think the Raptors wanted kind of were looking at him a little bit to be on their team. What even happened to him? I haven't watched any of his videos. I was watching videos
He got I think he needs surgery on his foot because when it was one game where he forgot his shoes and he needed a pair of shoes size 11. He's asking people for size 11.
Oh, well then.
So this one guy came up to him and said, and he asked him, he just gave him the shoes, and then he played in them, and then he like planted wrong, and then ever since he planted wrong from on that day or whatever, and then it just all went downhill, and he's been playing with that injury for like a month, for like almost 2 months now.
Well, he should probably get that. Like, you're not LeBron James. You're not getting like the treatment every day. I don't know what treatment he's doing on his foot, but he needs.
It wasn't no LeBron type of treatment. So
yeah, look, if he's not scared about COVID because he's still going out there playing people random like he'd be doing, he should go to a doctor and look.
He already did all that.
He already looked it up?
Yeah, that's on his channel. He already did all that, and he's most likely he's gonna need that. He's gonna get that surgery because not because like you can see the X-ray and his foot, the bone is like separated. So when you look at the X-ray of your foot is not supposed to be. There's not supposed to be a gap between your foot. There's a gap between his foot. So that means he got like somewhere in his foot it ruptured in that area on the top. It's like you look at your foot and then you look at your big toe and then your second longest toe. There's a gap in between that. There's a gap in between there's a gap right there. That means something. So that means like something like there's like something ripped down there or whatever. So he's gonna have to get that surgery, and he also played on it. He also played on it a lot.
Yeah, that's being foolish. He needs to understand that his entire livelihood is based around his body and playing basketball. He needs to treat this like NBA players in a way, which is any kind of, especially knowing that you're not on some NBA staff and they treating you and they give you the diagnosis. Like, he needs to go take that surgery, take his 4 to 6 weeks off, which is maybe even 2 months, heal up. No basketball, no real pressure on that part, and rest up. And that's it. If he wants to be able to continue to play basketball again, because those could look. We've seen guys' careers end at that young of an age because they did not do the right thing and take care of their bodies. They just kept playing or whatever, and then they got hurt. They're never the same. So it is what it is.
He's the recovery time is gonna be like 4 months. So
yeah, well, that's a serious one. Serious injury, and that should also tell him to never ever forget your shoes and never ever ask people to. I don't know why he did that. That's not smart.
He did. It was at a time where the game was about to start. So,
he could have just told him, "Look, man, I'm gonna have to just bypass this game, man. I don't feel comfortable playing with shoes of other people. I wouldn't. I know maybe it took him a lot to get this game. I know he's trying to get all this.
Because he was doing because it was December time. He posts like every day. He posts like Vlogmas. You post 25 straight days in December.
Yeah,
so he basically did that because he wanted to post, but at the same time, it's like you gotta think about it. You only have 1 foot, and you only have like, and me personally, I would have just told my fans that I gotta take care of myself, and then when I take care of myself, then I will give y'all the best of the best I can offer you when I come back. But he decided not to do that, which I understand. But at the same time, it's like there's got to be a certain point where you got to value your own health and life over YouTube.
Yeah. All right then.
So, what do you think about the what you call it, the video file feature? How was it for you?
It was good. It played the video well.
There's no skip, no cuts, no just skips, no nothing.
No, no, just I guess the video quality is not the best, but it wasn't bad enough to where I couldn't see what was happening.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna have to start doing that then instead of showing on YouTube, because YouTube is a whole nother story that's just unbearably garbage. Like when I look back at some of these videos, when I screen share, bruh, I'm just like, it's just triggering me on how much skipping I'm seeing. So hopefully, when I look back at this part, and hopefully it's not going to look as a bad as it once was before. But with that being said, this has been another episode of the APF
Have you heard of a
podcast.
guy called Destroying? Have you heard of a guy like that?
Oh yeah, I know. The people that you mentioned, I probably heard about them.
Because I saw there's a video of him doing one-on-ones against Justin Jefferson. That's why I'm like, okay. I was like, oh, okay. That's
Shit,
interesting.
we might have to check that out then.
Yeah, it was just a video there. I was like, oh, one-on-ones against Justin Jefferson. It's like he's getting in that work. All right, let's end this thing.
With that being said, this has been another episode of the APF podcast, episode 95. It is the most phenomenal man that shocked the system once again, aka the coach, signing out.
And it's your boy going forward. If you like the video, like the podcast, give a
Make
like.
sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And make sure you have a very wonderful Friday.
And we are out.